There's this model minority myth that all Asians are typically perceived to be doing well in the community and that they're all, lawyers and doctors, they all go to colleges, they're all financially well off. But what my community faces is depression, unemployment, education, and depression.
When I came to the country, education was very, very tough in terms of trying to understand the language as well as the culture, trying to make friends. So it was very tough before I met Miss Chan and KPA. But then once I was able to meet her, she and her husband was able to build up the foundation that I needed to continue on, as well as to basically overcome the obstacles and struggles that came with learning a new language, as well as the standards that the country gives to the school.
They don't have the tools and resources necessary to really advance their education or to do better in school because they lacked funds or they didn't have parents who were there constantly to support them. And then that goes back also to the language barrier, parents coming from the killing fields.
The young people that we work with, the second generation Cambodian-Americans, their parents came to this country post the Vietnam War and the atrocities of the Khmer genocide, which were horrific. We see in the community that 62% of the elders suffer from post-traumatic stress disorder. That's higher than any returning war veteran today. That trauma that the parents carry with them is transmitted to their young people, to their children. We see that appear in the community in lots of different ways. Some of the parents of the young people we work with have turned to alcohol or substance abuse to try to deal with and cope with what they've had to experience. Many of them suffer from different mental health conditions. Many of them aren't able to find employment or work in their homes or in the community, and so the young people carry that burden.
We are an immigrant from Southeast Asia, and a lot of our populations did not get the opportunity, especially our parents, to have professional educations. So when we came here, a lot of our kids experienced those experiences through our parents. And so when we go into our educational system here in the United States, there's a disconnect. Some of our parents said that they don't know the educational system here, so they don't have the knowledge to really help educate our students.
And the first one to go to college, I was struggle during my school time as well, because the fact that yes, I came with my aunties and she likes my mom anyway, but she doesn't speak English, and so that is the barrier he was mentioned about. When nobody, like you, the only one, and you struggling with the language and all of that, and you cannot really turn to somebody that can support you, that is kind of tough. The challenge is that, how am I gonna do?
It sort of has to make us fight 2 to 3 times strong. I should just be a student, go to school, doing my homework, but allowing these campaigns to really motivate me to, fight for wellness centers or fight for all these other resources that would help benefit me is something that is always in the back of my mind, that I need to do more for my community, because we're always overlooked upon and ignored and always perceived to be doing well, but in reality we're not. We're struggling.
It's the responsibility of our school systems to understand the demographics of the students that they're teaching to. There isn't a one mold fits all, and I think that knowing that Long Beach is home to the largest Cambodian community, that there needs to be education and awareness in the school systems and adjustment in curriculum to really meet the needs of the students that those school districts are serving. Things like having teachers and administration that reflect the community in them, I think, are really important. Curriculum that reflects students is important, but I think also the sharing of and actually collecting of data that actually allows us to see the full picture of what's going on. So I feel like what is a challenge in this country for a lot of folks in the Asian American community is that we lack disaggregated data.
To really classify us into one big group like that, it's a disservice to the community, and we don't get the attention or the resources that really needed to help pass the barrier, to help get the that community, Cambodian community or the Laotian communities out of poverty or get better education. So we really need to break that classification and really take a look at a specific group ethnically that really needed help, because it's just unfair to do that.
Hey NBC News fans, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking on that button down here, and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives. Thanks for watching.